Join Bob Kolazarik as he welcomes a diverse array of guests to the enlightening talk show, Greetings from the Ashram. In each episode, Bob sits down with experts and practitioners from the world of complementary healing modalities, spirituality, and holistic wellness to delve into the transformative power of these practices. From ancient traditions to cutting-edge therapies, Greetings from the Ashram offers viewers an insightful and uplifting journey into the realms of mind, body, and spirit. So now, please welcome your host, Bob Kolazarik.
Hello, everyone. Namaste and welcome. I am Bob Kolazarik, and you are watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. And thank you, as always, for spending an hour of your Friday evening with me. Really appreciate it. I am grateful that you're here, and thanks to everyone out there who supports the show. I really am grateful for that. Tonight, we have Pranic Healers, Marianne Chung and Jenny Lai. We'll discuss their collaboration they had with Master Glenn Mendoza, who I've mentioned many times on this show, when developing the Business Development Accelerator, which is an organization that trains pranic healers on how to turn their passion for healing into a business that is profitable, fulfilling, successful, and sustainable. So tonight we have, like I said, Marianne Chung. Marianne is on the leadership team for the Business Development Accelerator, inspired by her own self-healing and personal transformation journey. She uses pranic healing to help change makers across the country recognize their inherent strengths and develop and expand their mindset and tools to be healthier, happier, and better than before. She is a certified pranic healer, pranic psychotherapist. She serves as administrator for the Pranic Healing Research Institute, the Pranic Healing Certification Program, and is on the board of directors for the American Pranic Healing Association, effectively making her one of my bosses. We also have Jenny Lai. Jenny is also on the leadership team for the Business Development Accelerator. She started her pranic healing journey in 2015 when she randomly sat next to a pranic healer on an airplane. Since then, she's been passionately spreading pranic healing through her communities. She has an MBA from UCLA Anderson, and she's found her soul's purpose, which is to help build the bridge between the spiritual world and the business world. And this is what has inspired her to be part of the Pranic Healing as a Profession initiative, and earlier this year collaborate with Marianne and Master Glenn to create the Business Development Accelerator. So let's welcome Marianne and Jenny. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. That's a long introduction. And for Marianne, that is just probably half of it for you. I mean, I know you guys so much involved in so many other things too, but I know we have a lot to talk about. So let's just get into it. Okay, Marianne, we'll start with you. Because, this is such an exciting time for pranic healing. So how did you, personally get involved with pranic healing as a profession movement?
Thanks so much, Bob. And namaste, everyone. Thanks so much for the opportunity to be here today. I think we can all remember March of 2020. It seemed like forever ago, right? The world started to shut down due to the pandemic, and there was so much fear, hopelessness, unknown of what was to come. And as the world started to shut down, right, pranic healers from around the world started to move out into the world, right, with that idea of hope and that idea of healing to ease the suffering, to ease the pain brought about by the pandemic. What started was Project Hope for Healing, which was a global initiative led by Master Glenn Mendoza to help ease the suffering of humanity. And so in that initiative of Project Hope for Healing, hundreds of pranic healers met daily in healing pods to heal people impacted by COVID. And I just want to impress with you the numbers. It's over 250,000 healing sessions, over 4,500 clients were healed. The numbers of healers that were a part of Project Hope for Healing was over 500 49 pods in 32 countries. And I think what was more remarkable is that 83% of those healed recovered from COVID. And so that's how I got into this Pranic Healing as a profession movement, is because of Project Hope for Healing. And I was blessed, I was lucky, I was honored to be part of the work to help coordinate this initiative.
And that was an amazing initiative. I've talked prior episodes. That's where I've come out of. That was my training ground, right, when COVID started, and to really become a healer. And I'm still in a healing pod up until recently with my 3 years plus in that. So it is amazing. Project Hope for Healing was an amazing thing. Jenny, how about you? What was
Yeah.
your
Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Marianne, for sharing. So I came in a little bit later. So Project Hope for Healing was going on for a while, and I came to the higher spiritual classes up in Bovino, New York, with Master Glenn and Master Marilang. And it was my first time taking classes from them live. So it's my first time actually meeting them. And in one of the classes, I remembered Master Glenn came up on stage and he said something to the fact of, I want to make pranic healing a profession. And suddenly I felt this like light come down on my head, and I said, I have to help. I have to help. And so during a break, I went up to him and shared with him my background and said, I really wanted to help make this happen. And so that's how it started. That was back in October of 2021. And then in January of 2020, there was a Pranic Healing Summit. And I was blessed to have an opportunity to lead a panel with individuals who were professional pranic healers to kick off the Pranic Healing as a Profession initiative. And so during that summit, we asked for a call of volunteers, and over 130 pranic healers came to volunteer and signed up that one day. It was amazing. And they kept trickling in. And what was really amazing was we had all these people who were really, really excited, who were all passionate about pranic healing and passionate about making it a profession and this movement around the world. So our first project together was, I'll bring up this book, writing this book called Energy Healing as a Profession.
I think we have a slide on.
We do.
Yeah, here we go. We could put that up there for wrong one. Yeah, energy healing as a profession, and that could be purchased at energyhealingprofession.com. All right, so that's wonderful. All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And there were over 80 volunteers who helped to create the content for this book. And it was so amazing to be able to see everyone's skill sets and knowledge come together into this beautiful, what I call it, a masterpiece. That's my own personal opinion, to really help individuals, and not only pranic healers, but all energy healers around the world, to be able to make their passion into a profession.
I love that, and I do have my copy here as well. I highly recommend it for everybody. And what you just said is completely in alignment with the show, is complementary healing. So it's energy healing as a profession, and I know you have in here, little sections on acupuncture, qigong, reiki, therapeutic touch, healing touch, and things like that. So I'm not overly familiar, and I am looking to learn about all those things. So this is a book that's just really for energy healers, right? With the design. So, and it's just such a beautiful shared mission, right? To just bring that into the mainstream. So that's wonderful. But Marianne, what inspired and how did the Business Development Accelerator come about?
it's kind of the next step, right? Everything has been guided through Project Hope for Healing, right? And having all this community of healers coming together. And Bob, you said it very beautifully. It was a training ground, right? It was a training ground. And then we had the convening in 2022, January 2022, where Jenny had talked about the panel that she had presented, where it was a convening of healers wanting to share best practices, wanting to share the miracles that happened, and really to set up a roundtable for professional development, right? To how do we improve our skills? How do we support each other in a community? And then what came out was a toolkit. So naturally, what's next? It's a business development accelerator program, right? So it's a business development accelerator. And I really like the idea of an accelerator. It's like, it's how do we accelerate that learning, right? It's in community. It's through all the resources, the trainings, the opportunities, where it's like a rocket ship, right? Up in your professional career for people who want to be full-time, get paid, right? Meaningfully for their profession of pranic healing. And so, that dream, that vision, you had mentioned it earlier as you introduced the Business Development Accelerator. But, I just want to take a moment to just imagine, what would happen if pranic healing was recognized as a profession that's profitable, fulfilling, sustainable, and successful, right? That's our goal. That's our dream. That's our vision. And then, from there, things just happened, right? Goals were developed, objectives, programs, people, and we're in the first cohort already right now.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, the whole idea is beautiful. So Jenny, what does the Business Development Accelerator currently offer?
Yeah, so I'll start with the objectives, and that what we really like, our vision is we want to develop this well-respected cohort of pranic healing business owners representing countries all over the world. And we want to mold everyone into skillful, competent, and confident professionals. And as Marianne shared, we want to help their businesses be profitable, fulfilling, successful, and sustainable. So what we offer in the program is a few components. So the first part is business skills training. So a lot of the, basic but also skillful business skills that one needs to have as an entrepreneur to be a savvy professional. So you can go from the very basics, like how to do bookkeeping, keep your accounts straight, how to do your financial planning. And they can go all the way to digital media, like how to get yourself and your business noticed and how to go beyond your community. And so there's a lot of business skills in there. I'm only sharing a few. And then we also include what we called spiritual mentoring. So how to spiritualize your business. And here we take a lot of the components and techniques and practices from our teacher, Master Cholkok Sui, and the trainings and classes that he's developed. And we incorporate them into our businesses to really grow our businesses and also make ourselves better leaders, better business people in the world. We also have accountability triangles is what we call it. So they're basically accountability pods. We divide our cohort into smaller groups and they help hold each other accountable through the program. And then we also have one-on-one coaching. So those are kind of a small summary of what we have in the program.
Yeah, some of the spiritual courses that I know that are part of the program are the Kriya Shakti class, which is, I've talked about that on the show. I love Kriya Shakti. That's one that I just go every year, it's a mandatory. You always learn something more of the spiritual business management. Of course, the Arhatic Yoga Retreat, I attend all of those religiously, and they're just amazing. And it's wonderful to see that as part of, the program. So how's the program going right now, Marianne? I know you guys are in your first round of cohorts, right?
Yeah, we're in our first round of cohorts. So this first cohort has 28 participants, and these 28 participants are from all around the world, from Australia, Brazil, Canada, Ecuador, Mexico, Netherlands, Saudi Arabia, and multiple states in the US. The program is a 6-month program, and really it's a program for entrepreneurs, right? Pranic Healing entrepreneurs. And when we think about Pranic Healing as a profession, entrepreneurs, like that could look like many different methods, right? One could be someone who is in a solo practice. It could be a group of or a collective of pranic healers or energy healing professionals coming together to have a business. It could also mean like pranic healers being hired and working in like corporate or any external outlets as well. And so it was October, November, right? So we're just almost 2 months into the program, and we've already seen a lot of growth and a lot of success stories. Example of some of the participants most definitely having more clients after the convening, doubling their rates or more, expanding into new territories, setting up physical spaces and offices, having more presence on social media. So the progress has been fast, and the progress is ongoing. So we are excited about what's the potential of the first cohort and beyond.
Yeah, what's beautiful is that they have leaders like you to show them the way. Because I know when I was starting out, I was like, I don't want to even talk about my spirituality. It's hard to like put yourself out there as a healer. Because everybody's saying, what's my family going to say? Oh, friend. And I know a lot of people go through that. I went through that a lot myself. So, but there's so many wonderful people who have already established professional centers and healing businesses where we could draw inspiration from, and just have that sense of community. So, hey, we're not alone in this. But here the results that you're getting already is fantastic. I think that's amazing. So. So I'm sorry, Mary.
I just wanted to add to that, Bob. It's like, that's the magic of the program, right? We have the technical support, the capacity building to help with the nuts and bolts of how to build your business or how to expand, how to grow, how to accelerate, right? The success of your business, the nuts and bolts. But then the magic is that there's the spiritual side, there's the energetic side, right? There's the ways of pranic healing that can help remove blockages, right? To internal blockages and external blockages as well. And so it's that combination of the both is what we're seeing is why one of the reasons why it's really accelerating the opportunities for these participants.
Can I ask you a question? So your business, you're a change maker. I think that would be very valuable in your role here with the Business Development Accelerator, because you help people in your career and your personal business, right? To do that as well, correct?
Yeah, I think both Jenny and I, our professional careers, in some ways, I feel like it's all been for this, right? Like the work that I do in my professional career is I do consulting work for nonprofit organizations to support them in strategic planning, capacity building, storytelling, coaching, right? And I do a lot of the program management. And so it's really that community That's so important. A story that I often share is that, my grandfather, he came to America in the late 1930s and went straight to Birmingham, Alabama. And I always wonder, what was it like to go to Birmingham, Alabama in the segregated South in the late 1930s? And my father, he came to America in the 1960s and went to Tennessee. Why did he go to Tennessee, right? Because there was a church there. And I always think they were pioneers, right? They were the change makers. And I wasn't a pioneer and I wasn't a change maker, right? But as I got older, I realized they went there because there was community there. My grandfather went to Birmingham, Alabama because there were already people in his village there doing laundries. My father went to Tennessee because the church was there and there was that community of support. And so to me, that's my career. Like that's what I do is I build and support communities so that our change makers, our pioneers can be successful, right? And so I think about that very similar to the Business Development Accelerator program. These people who want to be professional pranic healers, the people in this first cohort and beyond, this group, they're pioneers, they're change makers, they're paving that path to be professional pranic healers. And you asked me my background and my experience. It's like, for me, I'm just trying to support that community so that they can be those pioneers that we look up to, and that we can model in the future.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And I know, Jenny, your sole purpose is to align that spiritual world and the business world. And this is just really a perfect blend for that as well. So your corporate background leads to that as well. I don't know enough about your personal background.
Yeah, it does. And so I've been in the business world for I don't know how many years now. I'm thinking over 15 years, definitely more. And I started working in the corporate world when I was 21. And so I went from different business skill sets, from finance to project management, and then finally to the HR area, but more specifically into leadership development and talent management. And then eventually now I'm in what's called culture. And so it's building community there too. In addition to culture, I also help build what we call leadership skills or soft skills within the employees and the organization I work for. And so I see my role both in this Business Development Accelerator to help bring a lot of those skill sets over from both the corporate world and also the entrepreneurship world too, because they're different. And bring those over to help ground and concretize a lot of the Pranic Healing entrepreneurs, their ideas and their passions, and concretize it into a very professional and well-respected business. So yeah, that's my background there.
Well, you two are, I can't see anybody better suited to be leaders of this Business Development Accelerator program. But we're going to take a break right now. And when we come back, Jenny, you can tell us, how people can apply for next year, maybe. So I do have to take a commercial break. I am your host, Bob Kolazarik, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. And we'll be right back after this.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to easy easysense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's easysense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins' athletes get to the top of their with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Hello, welcome back, everyone. I am Bob Kolazarek, your host. You're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. And we are back with Marianne Chung and Jenny Lai from the Business Development Accelerator. It's an organization, right? But an organization with programs and offerings attached to it. So, Jenny, before the break, we were getting into what can someone do now if they want to apply for next year's program? Are there prerequisites? What is entailed to get kind of gear up? Because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to gear up for this. I would personally like to gear up for it myself.
Yes. So, well, the first thing is to join our mailing list. And I think the first thing and probably easiest thing is to find us on Facebook or Instagram. So if you find Pranic Healing as a profession and you search for that on Facebook or Instagram, you'll find us. And through there, you'll be able to find our website to get onto our mailing list. So that's the first thing. And then if you aren't already a Pranic healer, you can become a Pranic healer. And so there's classes all around the world. You can find them online in your local areas and go through those classes. If you are a Pranic healer and you're also an Arhatic yogi, because taking Arhatic prep is also a prerequisite, you can join the Pranic Healing Associate Certification Program.
All right, I'll back up 1 second. I'm sorry. So to become an Arhatic yogi, one needs the prerequisites for that. The basic workshop, the advanced workshop, and the Pranic psychotherapy workshops. Those are the 3 prerequisites for the Arhatic yogi. Arhatic,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that. Yes. And so once you have all of that, you can apply for the associate certification program. And we make that a prerequisite because that program really helps you become a really good healer. You need to do many cases and hours of cases and training. And then you take a test at the very end. And there's so many other components to it too. And I'm actually currently in the program right now. And I'll just kind of add, you can either be in the program or or graduate from the program, get your certification, or you can concurrently be in the program, certification program, and be in the Business Development Accelerator at the same time. So, but I was sharing, I'm in the program right now, and I feel like it's really, really increasing my skill sets as a pranic healer.
Yeah, having come through the certification programs myself, coming through the healing pods and going into the associate certified program, the certified program, and the certified pranic psychotherapy program, which I had finished in April. And I know Marianne, she's in her intro, she has that covered, but it does really increase your skill set. And, it does really make you that much more of a stronger, powerful healer, which, for me, I wanted to do it for that professional healing, credibility. And it is a remarkable program and highly, highly recommended for sure. So anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yes. And then the other ones are, if you don't have paid clients, if you're not charging for your sessions, start charging, because we want you to be able to have that experience before coming into the program. And then if you haven't read or purchased the Energy Healing as a Profession book, that is another good resource to be able to have.
Where's my...
Here we go.
Yeah, definitely a must to have as well. I highly recommend that book, and we'll put that back up on the screen in a little bit. So yeah, it's amazing program, and I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for I have a little component with the whole pranic healing as a profession, as associated with the American Pranic Healing Association, and we're all on this shared group mission, and it's just a wonderful and exciting time. I can tell you. So with all that being said, how do you see this Business Development Accelerator growing? I don't know, the next 5 years or so, Marianne. What's your vision on that?
Yeah, what I see is a hub, right? A hub for pranic healers who want to make this a profession. And what does that look like, right? We'll still have the Business Development Accelerator in this form of a training, an intensive training program, right? And I would love to see it offered more than once, right, a year, with multiple people, maybe different cohorts of groups moving at the same time. But we also want to create opportunities where maybe you're not a part of this large cohort, but you can still participate in different online programs and shorter trainings and programs that may be more focused. Maybe it's on marketing. Maybe it's on getting your back-end books together. Maybe it's just how to set up the business, right? So different parts of setting up a business that we can help support you on. We also see more resources. So like in addition to the Energy Healing as a Profession book, maybe there's a workbook that comes out of it. Maybe there are other opportunities where we can create more books or resources in there as well. And I'm just throwing it out there, like more convenings, right? There's power in groups coming together, individuals coming together to learn from each other. So it could be in-person convenings and conferences. It could be online communities of learning. And we really, I use the word hub because it's not just us that is offering these resources, right? It's the community. So really creating that beloved community that supports one another, and that we can all learn from each other. So that's that idea that I have, at least for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I fully support and embrace the community, because I know just going through the different certification programs and you having the core cohorts that you have, or in the healing pot, it does build a solid connection of community, and to support one another. If somebody's like falling down, people gather around. Hey, come on, we got you. Keep going, and that's just really so important, and what we do. So, Jenny, how about you? What's your 5-year vision? What are you seeing here?
Yeah. So in addition to what Marianne shared, I'm going to really hone in to the community. So I think maybe because I have that MBA background, one of the wonderful things that I took away from the MBA, in addition to the skill sets, were what our I think our administrator shared with us. We came out with fistfuls of relationships, more than fistfuls, like tons, a huge network. So I could see where in the future, when we've had so many of these programs, we have a whole alumni base of pranic healing professionals who have gone through this program, who can then band together, help each other out. And one of the beauties of each one of us is that we all have this one special talent or two special talents. We all have our own, what we called a niche, something that we provide that specific individuals in this world are attracted to. And the idea behind this is that if we all know each other's niches, we can all partner together and support each other by either, for example, say that there's a client who is looking for financial healing, maybe relationship healing, maybe they have a lot of stress in their lives. What if we had pranic healers who were specialized in each one of those, who then came together as a team to work with this client and help this client heal and accelerate really, really quickly? What if we can do that? Or what if, we can refer each other to different individuals? Say that someone came to me and say that maybe they had a heart ailment. That's not my specialty right now. I personally work with like leadership and emotional and mental ailments. I could say, hey, there's someone that I know who really, really who specializes in that, and then refer that person to my contact. And so it's this opportunity to really support each other and help each other grow, and together we can help heal the world.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we are seeing this is becoming group work as we move forward, and it takes, if we're going to make a movement, we all really need to be in it together, right? So there's a movement afoot. So how can we support this movement? Who wants to take that one? Marianne.
I can start. And Jenny, please add. One is join our mailing list, right? To follow our story. Follow us on social media, again, as Jenny mentioned earlier, Facebook, Instagram. If you are a pranic healing professional, we want to hear your stories, right? We want to share your stories. We want to be inspired by you and your successes, and learn as well. We need you to help us spread the word. Right. We need you to be our cheerleaders and our supporters, and sharing the message of the power of, one, pranic healing, and two, the opportunities that arise through pranic healing. I love this one that Jenny always mentions. It's like, sponsor someone for the next program, right? Like, we know it is a giving that we receive, right? And so, like, how can we, if you have the resources, help someone else become a professional pranic healer?
Yeah, that would spiritualize your own practice too, if you're put in a scholarship of some sort. No doubt. No doubt.
And then, like, we need that beloved community. So if you have a skill to share, if you have an expertise, like Jenny has her expertise, I have my expertise, it's like, we need it. We need every single one of us to be able to make this movement a success.
I agree 100%. 100%. Jenny, how about you?
Yeah, so I'll add to that, back to the, if you have a skill you can share, please let us know. So think about it, like, if you are a pranic healer or energy healer that knows about finance, we would love to talk to you, because that's a way to combine the spiritual side with the business side. Or say that you're really good at accounting or project management or social media. We need so many people to help us with that. So think about, even if you don't, like maybe Pranic Healing isn't something you want to do full time, you can still get involved by supporting us in your own skill set. I'll share that, even I have a friend who trains corporations, so executives, how to communicate, either on Zoom, or how to communicate effectively in public speaking. And that too, she's an Arhatic yogi. That too can really help professionals, especially in this age where there's so much Zoom and there's so much social media, where you do need to be able to effectively speak very well with your audience. So
Yeah, I'm learning that as well. So anyway, if you had one piece of advice, Marianne, to somebody who's listening today or watching today, what would it be? We got about a
My
minute.
advice: dream, dream, dream. Right? Dream the impossible dream. I love this quote by Henry David Thoreau. If you've built a castle in the air, your work need not be lost. That's where it should be. Now put foundations under them. So just dream the impossible dream, and it's going to be possible.
Oh, it's beautiful. Jenny, we got a little bit of time left. What about your one piece of advice?
yeah, so my belief, as I shared before, is that everyone here on earth has a unique talent to share. And when each of us finds that unique talent, I think of it as a song. And if they can sing that song, and everyone in this world sings their own song, our world would be in a perfect harmony. So I encourage you to find that song or talent and get really good at it, and then find a way to monetize it. Because most often you find that it's something that comes really easily to you, that you think is second nature to everyone, but most likely it's not. And you might surprise yourself by finding out that someone would want to pay good money for it. So when that happens, you'll probably know that you're on the right path. And I encourage you to stay true to that path.
Thank you so much. We're coming down to the end of the segment. So people can reach you at pranichealingprofession@gmail.com. And I'll throw up the book in a little bit. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a pleasure listening to all of this, but I need to take another commercial break. I'm your host, Bob Kolazarik, and this is Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network, and we'll be right back.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like, it was almost instant. Like, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic on the BBM Global Network, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Kolazarek, and you are watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure to have Marianne and Jenny on with me. This Business Development Accelerator, it's just an amazing program. And to me, it's been an amazing to witness the evolution of the Pranic Healing as a profession from its seed idea to the Business Development Accelerator program. And Christian, if we can throw up that book slide one more time. And this is the book that kind of kicked it all off, the Energy Healing as a Profession. Again, I have my copy available for purchases at energyhealingprofession.com. So it's a great toolkit for anybody looking to get into the energy healing as a profession. So like I said, I am so grateful for them to be here today. Speaking of grateful and the spirit of gratefulness, next week is Thanksgiving, so we will be off, and I will be returning Friday, December 1st. With me on December 1st will be Nicole Fouché from Pranic Healing Tampa. She's going to talk about her center, which is an amazing center, and Nicole is an amazing woman. And she's going to talk about her charity with her boys. And I think, I don't know if they're all her boys, Kids for a Cause. I think there's cousins involved. I don't know. But if we have that, put that up there. So Kids for a Cause, you could find them. They're currently in South Africa right now, doing a big project. So we're going to learn about that when she returns. But before I sign off, I just really want to wish everyone a happy birthday happy Thanksgiving. My message is just to take time to be present with your loved ones. Turn off the news, the politics, and just have an open heart. What are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? Who keeps showing up for you unconditionally? And gratitude is so important. Plays a crucial role in promoting emotional well-being, strengthening social connections, contributing to both mental and physical health. It's a powerful tool, and will open up your heart. And which leads me, I'll go off topic, but I'm compelled to talk about this today. Majority of my clients and the people that follow me on Facebook or whatever, there's 75% are women. And I hear a lot from women about wanting to have heart-centered men. And they're like, Bob, you have to help us. What can we do? We need help. We need heart-centered men. And I have to tell you, yeah, that's true. Most men are not heart-centered. And it's not that we don't want to be. And we're actually trained not to be. And we don't even know what being heart-centered means. You're raised like, do not cry. If you're going to cry, I will give you something to cry about. You shut down, and that just compounds over time. So for my lady friends who, you need to understand a couple things. One, your man really wants to have that intimate connection with you. He just does not know how to open up. They're in their heads, not in their hearts. Tactics, try to figure out what they feel they're grateful for. We have to start breaking it to the heart. Try to get them to do meditation on Twin Hearts with you on a consistent basis. But it's going to be a slow struggle because men have learned to repress. And ladies, please, 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 I beg you, do not present your man to say, hey, it's time to get your feminine energy going. It's too soon. For the man, I say, it's time to heal. It's time to allow yourself to feel. You have feelings. It's critical to allow that to happen. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner. This is the key to get that level of connection and intimacy that you're looking for. And one of the 6 human needs is connection, love, and connection. And we all want that. We just struggle to get through it. And women are in their heart, but the guys drive them crazy, and then they get in their head, and you start trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? And then you start filling in the blanks. But to the women, I say, stay in your heart. Don't try to figure it out, because you're trying to figure out something that's just kind of dysfunctional, and you're just going to drive yourself crazy. Just to stay in the place of your heart, with the compassion, loving, and understanding. And I think that would be really good first steps. So let's put the devices down over Thanksgiving. Let's give our brain a rest. Let's be still, be aware. Let's just be present with our loved ones. Just go through Thanksgiving week with gratitude and love. Let's focus on gratitude and love. And let's see, it's active. So just take the time and try it, experiment. You need to experiment with it. And that's how you're going to learn and grow. And you'll find that it will work. And, there's thousands of people watching and listening. So, if you have an experience and you actually practice it, send me an email. I have an email, greetingsfromtheashram@gmail.com. I would love to hear your story. This is interactive. Coach Bob is telling you this is a homework assignment. So, but really just have a great, happy, grateful Thanksgiving. Just be present with your loved ones. They would appreciate it. And I think you just having that stillness and presence, you'll be far happier. So we will be back on December 1st. Thank you for joining. I'm your host, Bob Kolazaric, and you've been watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. Namaste, everyone.
This has been Greetings from the Ashram with host Bob Kolazaric. Through meaningful conversations and practical insights, this show invites you to explore the endless possibilities for personal growth, healing, and spiritual awakening. Tune in each week to discover how these practices can bring balance and harmony to your life, making it a true journey of self-discovery. Fridays, 7 p.m. on the Bold Brave TV network.